Oh, hi. Welcome. Welcome to another episode of Cric Chat. Today we have another pioneer of sport in Calgary, Manzoor Chaudhry, who has won almost all the championships in the city of Calgary as well as on Alberta level. He's also represented Canada many years ago and been part of the executive teams at various levels at cricket. Apart from that, he's been a great supporter of the cricket. So we're just very happy to have him on the show, and we just want to discuss a few things with him today. So welcome, Manzoor bhai.
Thank you.
Welcome on the show. First of all, I just want to ask you. About 8 years ago, we had a chat on camera. So, what has been the biggest change since then in cricket for you?
Well, I'm a lot older and I don't play as much, so that's one thing. But no, cricket has grown to the next level here in Calgary, so it's good to see. A lot more newcomers, a lot more clubs, a lot more new faces, a lot more youngsters. It almost seems like a different city now, when it comes to cricket.
Shifted to coaching as well. How was that?
Coaching is good. I enjoy passing on the knowledge I have to the guys, the youngsters. This is a great feeling, especially helping out kids that sometimes don't know what they're doing wrong.
What's one thing you wish that you just couldn't check off that you got?
I've been blessed, but if you were to ask me what I wished as a cricketer, I wished I was playing at this time, this time of the year. This time now, T20 cricket has just blossomed, and some of these guys that are making real good money and having a lot more media coverage, and I feel like I could have done a lot. I would have done really good in my time. I think I would do good compared to some of the guys that are doing good now. Talent wise, I don't know if I could. I think I could do better.
Yeah.
That's one thing I think I would
Sure.
would have loved to see.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you. Every cricketer has said this: cricket zyada rulati hai aapko aur asati gum hai. So, what's your biggest heartbreak in cricket?
My first ever tour to under 19 tour to Toronto for Canada Cup. I was expecting to score a lot of runs, and I think I scored 8 runs in 5 games. I had the worst week, and I was really heartbroken. That's came back. I just started working hard as a youngster, but I was really heartbroken.
Just a quick follow up. What would you tell the young kids who are going through these phases right now, where they just have a bad year or bad month?
I always say that in order to become a really good cricketer, you need some sort of a guidance and mentorship, in order to get to play at that level. You can have the talent, but you don't have the guidance, you won't make it. And if you have just the guidance and you don't have talent, you won't make it. So it's a combination of two.
Combination.
So I request all the youngsters that, look at somebody that has done it, has played it, and then just ask questions or work with those people, and try if you want to play at the highest level.
A lot more online stuff available, right? So people feel they can just learn it off of that.
Yeah. So all these youngsters, they don't have the guidance, which I find is the biggest drawback.
Do you think there's a bit of gap in terms of those mentors who has so much to offer? Do you think they don't come forward enough?
In Canada, it's tough to ask for people to make time unless they really, really, either have, financially stable and or really have the love for the game.
Mm.
I do think that as a league or as a some sort of an association, we need to appreciate certain individuals that run their clubs, and whoever they might be.
Right.
They fund it. They put the guys together. They bring the clubs together. They order the jerseys. They bring the players. This is for the love of the game, basically, and that I think somehow needs to be appreciated. I don't know how,
Right.
but I think that is what keeps the cricket alive.
For sure.
These individuals, right?
For sure. Now, speaking of young people, let's put you back into your younger self. What's something that you would tell yourself that you should have done earlier or better?
Obviously, fitness is the biggest one.
Right.
You know, I thought I was very talented, but if I had some sort of a mentorship, but I mean, I'm talking, I'm talking early 90s.
Mm.
Those days, nutrition wasn't as big.
Right.
Okay.
Fitness was totally different. Like we would just run. I remember I would run 6 runs at Riley Large. I can't even walk six laps. So that was the fitness at that time. There was no such thing as going to the gym and lift weights and online training,
Eating right.
and like carbohydrates. I never even heard of carbohydrates when I was young.
Right.
It'd be like,
All good.
yeah, so that is one thing that is different now, which is good. Like my son is a lot more different than what I was, and he's watching what he eats, he's eating the right proteins, he sees this, and then it's a different world now.
For sure.
I just want to switch gears and talk about your first captain. What influence did your first captain, Aziz Bhai, had on your mentoring style?
Well, I don't know if anybody you guys know Aziz Bhai.
Mhm.
I mean, there's not a better gentleman out there. I don't think I've met anybody that has ever had any altercation with Aziz Bhai in my life, in my 40 years, 35 years, right? And so he has been a big role model in my cricket, um, and not just cricket, and generally in life, in a lot of
Mm.
other things as well. But cricket, especially, he was a role model. I remember um, growing as a youngster, wanting to play like him and wanting to be like him,
Mm.
and then there came a time where he would let me bat as a captain. He would let me bat three, and I mean, we had a lot of individuals in our team that would say, "Why this guy keeps batting at three and just fail,
Mm.
batting at three and keeps failing." And I did fail a lot when I was young, but Aziz Bhai kept said everybody else will change, but this guy will bat one down.
I
And
see.
I thought that to me, biggest helper to improve, because I knew this guy just believes in me.
Right.
And I failed, man. I failed the whole year. And then the next year, when I was a different player. So then I improved and improved and improved. And then now all those same individuals in my own teammates were telling my Aziz Bhai, hey, this guy's good. And then I started to get better and better. And then, the rest is history.
Mm.
So I think his mentorship was huge in my cricketing life.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Let's talk about I think your record still stands, the highest individual score.
I don't know if it still stands, but yeah,
I think it's
257.
257.
257. Yeah.
I think it still stands. I think Rizwan Salim came close a couple of times,
Yeah.
but I don't think anybody's crossed it yet.
I don't
As to my knowledge.
There could be in another league. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We'll find out soon.
Yeah.
But as far as we know, it's still.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us a little more about that inning, your approach to that.
It was just your day, right? A hot sunny day, and
Your favorite.
I went into bat, and our Aziz Bhai went to open that day. And those days, I think it was a 45 over games.
Okay.
Red ball too, right?
Red ball, yeah, and we were playing against St. John's, who were the defending champions, one of the best teams, or the best team at that time. And I just had a good day, and I went in early. I think the first or second over, and then Aziz Bhai was batting with me. I think he scored 105, which nobody talks about. But
Right.
he scored 105, and I scored 257 that game. I think I still have the scorebook from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was it's just my day, and I think the game only lasted 41 overs because the ball kept on losing. So those days you wouldn't bowl all 50. So whatever you bowl in that time, you
Right.
finish.
You finished.
So we only batted 41 overs that game.
Do you remember the total score?
Yeah, it was 390 something, 392.
Oh well.
Yeah, something like that.
That's a big total, Riley.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hit I think 27 sixes that game.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
For sure. Speaking of St. John's, last question here before we move to the rapid fire.
Yeah.
You had a rival and your best friend, I would call Eheen, on the field.
Yeah.
Let's say. What was that like growing up? You know, at probably same age, same time. You guys were in the
Yeah.
Canadian team around the same time as well,
Yeah.
and that sort of kid. What was that like?
Oh, it was brilliant. I mean, I think it was good for cricket because I kind of led my team and he was the leader in his team. But at the same time, we were best of friends and we were very good friends. We would talk cricket. We would think cricket the same, similar. He was a fast bowler and I was a batsman, and we always had respect for each other. And at the same time, we would want our teams to win, right? And then we had the city games. So in the city games, then we would obviously play together and we would dominate together. And I learned from that. And then I saw what it takes to win championships in Calgary.
Right.
Right.
Just for the record, Eheen has won 11 championships in the 90s. It's probably more than that, but based on my research, it was 11.
Yeah.
And that's
Well, I mean, I don't know how many we won. I didn't even count.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think if you include all the T20s and all the championships, we've surpassed that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because we won 5 straight. I know that 5 straight.
You didn't bring a ring.
Yeah.
So. Thank you, and now let's move on to the rapid fire round.
All right.
There's going to be quick questions and quick answers. All right. Which format do you enjoy playing the most?
50 overs.
Yours.
Yeah.
One cricketer you'd love to have a net session with.
Brian Lara. Yeah.
All right. And what's your go-to comfort food after a tough match?
Just a nice chicken curry.
Nice. Favorite stadium atmosphere you've experienced playing or watching?
Watching Lords playing at Toronto Curling Club.
Okay. What's your most treasured piece of cricket gear?
My shirts from when I played for Canada.
All right. And what's next for Manzoor Chaudhry?
Well, I'm involved in a lot of franchise cricket. So, internationally, I'm starting to get involved in that. I got into the GT20 for a bit. So I want to get into franchise cricket internationally. That's my goal. And inshallah, we'll get there.
Sure.
That's the goal.
There you have it, everybody. Manzoor Chaudhry, a pioneer of cricket and a good friend and a supporter of cricket. Thank you all for watching. Keep watching, subscribe to the channel, and we have a lot more to come. Thank you.